Mike, how are you? I'm here with you outside Team USA. How's it been so far? I've seen you're doing a lot of stuff on social media.
Yeah, it's been, I've been here 5 nights now or so, and the last time I saw you was in Rochester, Minnesota, so this is a bit of a trip away from that. No, it's been really good. We caught running, some wheelchair racing. We went to a rugby game the other day, which was the first time I've seen that, which, I mean, that's intense. Those guys are smacking.
What's the rugby like? I haven't got to see it yet.
It's fast, and those guys are hitting hard. They're just ramming their chairs into each other, trying to score on each end and, tossing the ball around. It's, yeah, I definitely recommend it. USA gold medal match tonight against Great Britain. We're going to be watching it here at the USA house, and I'd love to be there in person, but I mean, this is definitely the next best thing.
So tell us about this. I know you're used to competing and stuff like, and competing and going for the gold yourself. What's the difference between, I know you're traveling all over the place. Firstly, have you ever done this before? Does that competitive fire start lighting in your belly, you know what I mean, when you're watching these athletes put in their all?
Yeah, I tell you what, being an athlete at the games is so much bigger than, like, say, the World Cup tour that we go to, or even World Championships. I mean, we got one shot in 4 years to show what we're truly capable of and try and make everything all go right at exactly the right time. And I mean, that's a tough thing to do. And when it all comes together and you land on top of the podium, I mean, those emotions, as you know, you guys can see it on TV, the tears when the national anthem plays and the flag raises up. I mean, that is such an incredibly powerful moment that not many people get to experience in their life.
I've seen people refer to you as a social media influencer now.
No, I won't claim an influencer. I'm not an influencer. I'm just sharing my adventures here while I'm in Paris, cheering on Team USA.
What's it like in the house there? And I mean, what a spectacle that building is. I didn't really realize what it was until I came here. It's kind of a proud moment for USA to look back and see that massive building.
Oh, absolutely. And the coolest part about it is this is the first ever Team USA house during the Paralympics, either summer or winter games. And to be able to have places for family and friends and super fans of Team USA to come and experience it. They got the Team USA shop in there. You can get all kinds of, clothes and dress up, red, white, and blue all over the place. But just having a place, a house for Team USA athletes, friends and family, and staff members to hang out and just, talk about what's going on with all the competitions and the athletes and how it's doing. It's an incredible space to be in.
Has there been any funny moments behind the scenes? I know you have a kind of gang of yous going around watching the events. Has there been any funny moments or enjoyable moments that people don't see?
Well, yeah, the first day we were here, we got to experience a goalball training session, and it was me, Danny, Brody, and Menezes. We got to put the blindfolds on and learn how to play goalball, which that was my first experience with it. We were watching them practice before they even explained anything to us, and realized right away that they're completely blindfolded. So all the athletes have visual impairment at some level, but to even it all out, they're completely blinded with some blacked out goggles. And they're just chucking the ball back and forth at each other, and there's a little bell in it so they can hear where it's going when it's coming. But man, they make it look so easy. I mean, incredible to watch.
If you could summarize the Paralympics in 3 words, what words would you use?
Motivational, wow. Just wow. The athletes and what they're all capable of with their different disabilities. Just wow. And experience. I think those are, I'm bad at rapid fire reaction.
No, that was answers, a perfect answer. Yeah.
But that's the first things that come to mind.
In terms of medals for the USA, how do you think that's going at the moment? And do you think we can get a few more?
Oh, absolutely. There's lots more to come. I know today triathlon was going on, and I saw there was, I think, five gold medals just won today in triathlon. Something like that. Don't quote me, but I'm flipping through my Instagram feed, and I'm like, oh, another gold for USA, another gold for USA. It's so incredible. And I was at the gold medal swimming the other night watching another Minnesota native, Mallory Wegeman, win a gold medal, and man, that just hits me real hard when they make their ultimate performance and they get that gold medal. It's just, man, I've been there once in 2018, South Korea, and snowboarding, and I got to receive that gold medal, and this whole place just brings back all of those memories and emotions, and I might have shed a few tears over the last few days while I was here, that's for sure.
How do you think, kind of as you know, the two of us have prosthetic legs, how important are the prosthetic devices that the athletes are wearing? I think you're the best person to ask. How big of a part does that play?
Very big. I mean, it's I would put 50% on it. Is if you have the right equipment. If you don't have the right equipment, it's not going to work. But all these athletes here are using the best of the best equipment that they can get. So that percentage obviously is different between all the athletes here. But yeah, having the right tools for the job, it's the same as the way you train and prepare. With the way your coach teaches you how to play the game or run the course or whatever activity or sport it is. Prosthetic equipment and adaptive equipment in general is a huge part of it, and that's where you can gain a little bit, or if you have a mechanical difficulty or have something goes wrong, I mean that's something that can take you out of the game as well. But it's just one piece of a bigger puzzle. It's a mental game, it's a physical fitness game, it's the performance, and it's also the adaptive equipment. I look at it like car racing. It's the mechanic that makes the car go just a little bit faster. And, in prosthetics and adaptive equipment, I mean, they're mechanical devices, and there's always things that can be tuned better, more specifically tuned to the race course or whatever type of course they're on. And also, being able to get the best performance out of it for the person, themselves, and also the race course or track that they're on. So there's always little things you can get out of it.
For me, I wrote something on Instagram recently because I've never been to the Paralympics before, and I was saying it to you on the phone. Going to that opening ceremony was like one of the most, thinking about it now and getting a little bit emotional, it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I grew up kind of born with a birth defect, and I struggled with self-identity. I struggled with being secure in myself and being proud of myself, and I kind of always wanted to be that cool guy, and I felt like I couldn't because I have a prosthetic. What would you say to maybe somebody who is going through what I went through or what you went through? Maybe they're just losing a leg or an arm, or they have some sort of physical disability. What would you say to anybody watching this video now? Because when you're here, you feel cool. Like I feel like the cool guy now, and it is cool. And I think things are changing and have been changing over the last 20 years, and views are changing, and it is the kind of in thing at the moment. But what would you say, having gone through or having competed and won gold medals yourself, and having a quite cool aura yourself, Mike, what would you say to anybody kind of watching it?
I say, on top of that all, I say being we're here at the Paralympic Games, sport is the biggest motivator of anything for anyone as far as the mental and the physical side. I mean, I personally, sport is what really motivated me to take my next step, look forward to that next day, that next week, that next month, and even 4 years out, when referring to the Paralympic Games. But being able to showcase the best of the best Paralympic/adaptive athletes in the world at a place like this is so incredibly powerful. Bringing a group of this caliber of athletes together and showing it to the world is the most powerful thing that could be done to motivate somebody with some type of disability. I mean, look at where we are. These athletes are kicking butt and doing such amazing things. To see somebody do that is, that's it. It's the ultimate motivator. And it's just opening the eyes of somebody who's getting into that community, whether they just got injured or they, had something that, forced them to become or have some type of a disability. I mean, this is the ultimate place and ultimate people to be watching and learning from.
Anything else you'd like to kind of add that I didn't ask you? And I do appreciate you taking the time to chat to Limb Lab today and give us this little bit of a moment, because I know it can be hard to get access to you athletes, and these are all doing their thing. So anything else you'd like to add to this segment?
Well, I say tune in to Peacock and watch Team USA kick some butt and bring home some more medals. That's about what all I have to say.
And where can people follow along with your journey? Because you're doing some fantastic coverage at the moment, and if people want to follow you on Instagram or Facebook, where do they go?
Yeah, you can follow me. Instagram is my most active account, monstermikeschultz.com. And then also my company, my prosthetic company, Biodapt. We build lower limb prosthetic equipment for action sports. And we don't have any athletes using them in competition here, but we've got a handful of them that use them for cross-training purposes with strength and conditioning. So yeah, follow Biodapt or Monster Mike Schultz.
There you go. You're a legend. Thank you, man.
Thank you.